Hey guys, I just wanted to go over a couple of things before you get into the kinematic stuff and the quiz for today. I first want to talk about these equations and things I printed for you guys or put on Canvas. Okay, this should just say Unit 1. We don't have a book right now, although I will be sharing a link to an OpenStax textbook for you. It's a free online textbook, and then as soon as I have the textbook information for this class, I will post that for you as well. All right, at the top, I don't want this to freak you out. Most of these things for vectors we won't be using. You'll see these notations every now and then. Notice that for the I is really just your X. The J is for your Y, and then for three-dimensional vectors, they have what's called Z. So X is your horizontal, Y is vertical, Z is your into or out of the page. You're not going to see much of this or that one or this or any of these, okay? We will talk a lot about these things, but for the most part, at the top, we will go over them, but they don't usually show up on the AP test. All right, down here, one-dimensional is mostly what we're going to be looking at. It's just like from last year. We looked at all of these things last year. Remember when we're doing average velocity, it's your slope on a position time graph. This is a calculus. It's called a derivative for those of you who are just in calculus now. We will be talking about these during the next class period. And so don't worry about those a whole lot. So these are your derivatives. Over here we have integrals. We won't be talking about those till probably January or February. Okay, so right now we're going to focus just on the 1D right here. And we will add in this other stuff as we go. Okay, notice over here it does tell you displacement is the area under a velocity time graph. That velocity is the slope on a position time graph, that it's the area under the acceleration time graph. This one right here is actually change in velocity. And your slope on a velocity time graph is how you get to acceleration, okay? So that's how you go between graphs. I did another video for you guys that walks you through transcribing graphs, okay? Let me try it. Oh, there are not a lot of options for other colors. Okay. Let's talk down here about what we're going to be working on for the practice problems I assigned you today that you'll quiz over next time. That's going to be mostly right here. We're going to talk about some kinematic equations in a minute. I'm going to do some derivations for you. And I'm also going to do, I probably won't have time for an example, but I'll do another video with some examples on it. Okay. Projectiles, this is what we're going to start on next week. Okay, so next week, I think we start on the 9th with the projectile stuff. And then the circular motion stuff, we may look at a little bit of that right now. Otherwise, we're going to do that in the next unit, okay? Okay, if you go to the second page of this, oh, it doesn't want to move for me. Why? Oh, hello. Okay. Key ideas. So these are the things you should be able to do at the end of the unit. All right. Oops. I don't know why I just got a big line on there. All right. So by the end of the unit, you should be able to do these things. Be careful with the signs. Remember, negative accelerations could be an object speeding up if it's moving in the negative direction. Answer sensible. We're going to talk about that a lot this year, okay? We will talk a little bit more about these two things, but again, you're not going to be doing a lot of dot products or cross products in here, but it doesn't hurt for you to know it. We'll be talking about vectors next time, and then these are your projectiles down here, okay? So that's kind of the key ideas in a nutshell. You will get one of these lists for every unit that we're going to do. It'll have a list of equations at the top. Please note that not all of these equations are on the equation chart, okay? In fact, for this one, this is on the equation chart, this one's on the equation chart, and this one's on the equation chart. This bottom one right here is derived from the other equations, and we will walk through that on my next video. Okay. If you guys have any questions, please reach out. For those of you coming face to face, I do have copies of this printed for you already. And you'll get them either if I see you today or if I see you next week on Wednesday. All right. Have a great day, guys.